Hello and welcome to another weekly outlook video. As usual, we're going to start with the DXY. So if you look at the DXY for some time now, for some few weeks now, we have been watching this sell side liquidity as our target. And finally, this week price tagged that external range liquidity. So, and this is what we got. This is a rejection week. When you see such a weak king and we're even closing inside the range of the previous candle, this is definitely a rejection week. So this is the weekly time frame. So due to that, I'm looking at these buy side liquidities as potentials that price could be going for. So let's look at the daily. So if we look at the daily time frame, you can see this is the sell side liquidity we tagged, and this is what we got on Thursday and Friday here. So we have this balanced price range. I'm looking at this as a potential that the market could retrace to before we get our bullish moves. So I'm looking at all these buy side liquidities. So looking at this buy side liquidity here, I'm also looking at these buy side liquidities there. I also have an order block here. These are daily order blocks. So I'm watching these two key levels as potential plays that the market could retrace to, and then we have this bullish move. So let's look at USDCHF. USDCHF and DXY, they are positively correlated. So again, we've been watching these sell side liquidities, and finally this week price tagged this liquidity, and also we got this rejection week here. So due to that, I'm anticipating that we're more likely to go for some liquidities before we even think of continuing with the bearish move. So if you look at the daily time frame, as you can see, again, it's very clear here. Took that liquidity, and then we got rejected, and we're having some bullish moves here, expansion. So I'm looking at this fair value gap that we have here. We also have an order block. Let's use this. We have an order block here. So for USDCHF, I'm watching these key levels. I'm also watching this fair value gap here. And we also have inverted all this fair value gap. So around this region here is a key potential level that the market could retrace to tag before we get a bullish expansion. And of course, we are watching the buy side liquidities that we have here. So let's look at GBPUSD. GBPUSD, DXY, they are negatively correlated. So GBPUSD, you can see this is what we had. We took out all these liquidities, buy side liquidities, and then we had all these bullish price action here actually was rejected, and we even closed the week as a bearish candle. So now I'm anticipating that this bearish continuation would continue, and of course I'm watching these sell side liquidities as potential place that the market could be going for. So let's look at the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, we have this fair value gap here, all these fair value gap left behind by price, and we also have this is change in state of delivery, because you can see we swept all these buy side liquidities, swing highs. Yeah, so these consecutive bullish candles, and then the moment we closed below this, so this becomes CISD. I'm looking at these as potential key levels that the market could get to. We might get a retracement to this CISD before we get the bearish continuation, or we might get a deep retracement to this fair value gap before we continue with this bearish move. We also have an SMT with the Euro USD. As you can see, GBP USD failed to take out this high, but Euro USD, we actually took out these highs here. So again, and remember SMT, we look for SMTs at points where we expect to see reversals. So that is another confluence that we can use to support our bearish bias. Let's look at Euro USD. As you can see, Euro USD, we took out this high, and GBP USD, we failed to take out this high here. So we have an inversion fair value gap here. We've inverted this fair value gap, and we also have an order block here. So I'm anticipating that we are likely to have a retracement to one of these key levels, either to this order block, or we might also go deeper to this inversion fair value gap before we get our bearish moves. And I'm watching all these sell side liquidities as potential a place that the market could be gravitating towards. So let's look at JPY basket. And if you look at JPY basket, this is what we had. And after price tagged this weekly fair value gap, we've been getting this bearish move. So this is the weekly time frame. And we've been watching these sell side liquidities and we wanted to see price get here. And as you can see, we failed to get here. So let's see what the daily has for us. So if you look at the daily time frame, you can see that the institutional order flow is still bearish. So I'll work with that order flow, bearish order flow. And we have this order block here. And right now, as you can see on Friday, this is exactly where price is. So price is still within this order block. I don't want to see price violate this. I would want to see price use this to push price lower. And this outside liquidity is a potential target that I want price to get to. Of course, we still have more sell side liquidities here. So for now, I'll still work with the order flow, which is bearish, unless price gives me a bullish scenarios where we're having a change of order flow and we're starting to see bullish fair value gaps being created or bullish order blocks being created and price using it to push price higher on the daily time frame. But as of now, I'm watching this and I want to see more bearish moves. And of course, this is the first target. And finally, price might get to this sell side liquidity that we have here. So let's look at GBPJPY. And so far, we have this volume imbalance here. And price has tagged this volume imbalance. So this volume imbalance and this order block here is my key levels. If price violates it, then we are likely now to see bearish moves and expecting to see more deeper retracement. But as of now, we can see the order flow is bullish. So let me stick to the bullish order flow and I'm watching these key levels. So let's look at the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, as you can see, we have, of course, this is our weekly key level. And right now we have a bearish, this is actually changing state of delivery. And if you're going to get bearish moves and price is going to violate our key levels, then we are likely to see price might use this change instead of delivery to push price lower if you're going to get the bearish moves. However, if price respects our weekly key level, which is the volume imbalance and the order block, then we are likely to use it to push price higher. So right now what I'm watching is also the yen basket, because you can see the yen basket, we had that sell side liquidity. There's also a possibility that price might sweep that liquidity and then we get a reversal. In that case, if that happens, you should also be anticipating that then this change in state of delivery might be used to push price lower for GBP, JPY. So let's have a look at gold. And gold, we're at all-time highs. So the order flow is strongly bullish. We have this fair value gap here on the weekly time frame. So if you look at the daily time frame, you can see we have this inversion fair value gap here. So price is likely to use this inversion fair value gap to push price higher. So if this inversion fair value gap is not used to support bullish moves, then we are likely to come for this weekly fair value gap before we continue with the bullish move. So let's look at NAS 100. On the weekly time frame, of course, order flow is bullish. Our bias is still bullish. So we have this weekly fair value gap and order block here. So let's look at the daily time frame. And on the daily time frame, we have this daily fair value gap. So I'm watching this key level as potential place that the market might retrace to. Then we continue with the bullish move. So that is all I had prepared for the weekly outlook video. If you enjoy my videos and you have not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment down below and I will respond.